Today we're going to be looking at some influencers who got exposed.
We basically found out that a lot of creators and influencers are broke.
This man is not lying, and he is not exaggerating. I'm gonna share a story with you guys. I am in no way making fun of these people or their situation. It just genuinely perplexes me that this even happened. If you're new here, hey, I'm Nessa. I'm 26. I've been doing social media for the last 10 years. I actually used to live in Hollywood in LA, and I've been sharing a lot of my experiences.
Oh, so
good
she knows
and
the
bad,
reality.
mainly bad. So definitely check out my other story times. What I'm about to share with you, I genuinely cannot believe this. To set the tone, I want you to remember that everybody that I am mentioning that lived in this place had over 500,000 followers, okay?
Oh, so they
and
had
online,
a big
they were
following.
flexing cars, money, jewelry, designer, the whole shebang. One time at the pool, I met a couple of people. They invited me and my friends back to their apartment. I could already see my friends commenting on this video because they're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Because how could you forget this? So we go up to the apartment expecting that, just these two people live there. This was a 1-bedroom apartment. Why did 15 to 20 different influencers live in there at the same time?
Whoa.
The 1-bedroom had all these bunk beds without even mattresses, blankets on the floor, sleeping bags.
What?
Then you see all these backpacks full of designer, chains, jewelry. I saw people fight over the closet. Like I said, all of these people were flexing online, portraying their life to be so fabulous, so glamorous in LA. But this was really their situation. They were all cooped the up. I remember asking them, how do y'all live like this? No offense, but I could not be in here with 15 to 20 people. How, when I tell you, I would see some of these men try to bring girls in. I honestly never would have thought that I would see two people with over 10 million followers fight over a granola bar. LA. Anything to portray the lifestyle.
Whenever she was talking about going back to their apartment, I was going to assume one of two things. Either it was a complete tip and basically rotten away, or it just wasn't how they perceived it to be. But you're telling me you've got 15 influencers who've got over 500,000 followers each and they can't even afford to rent one room. They have to all sleep in bunk beds. Either LA is extremely expensive or these people are not good with their money. Over 10 million followers, I have to have money from multiple platforms. But some people just spend their money on unnecessary stuff. They end up poor. These people might actually make a lot of money. They just waste it all in designer stuff. I mean, she did talk about walking into the rooms with multiple bunk beds, but there was designer stuff everywhere. So rather than them actually renting a room or a nice apartment, they spend it all in designer stuff. I mean, put it this way, would you rather spend thousands in designer clothes or a nice apartment? I know which one I'd much rather spend it on. I feel like a lot of the glamour of LA is smoke and mirrors in reality. That right there is the best way to put it. A lot of these people make a lot of money, but they also spend a lot of money. And a lot of times their spending outweighs their income. So what they're doing is just purposely putting themselves in debt. And the thing is as well, if they didn't live in LA, I feel like they would have such big mansion. If you take a house from LA and compare it to somewhere, I don't know, let's say Tennessee. I don't even know why I thought of Tennessee. I can guarantee the tiniest apartment in LA will equate to the biggest house in Tennessee. That's the way LA is, it's so expensive. But the reality is a lot of these influencers are not as rich as what they make themselves out to be. And that right there is a fact. I live in LA, I was born here, and it's true. It's like they would rather buy designer over an apartment. I'm the opposite, I would rather have my space. That's the issue though, it's the fact that they do make money. It's not like these people are broke. They're not. They always go on about, oh, I'm broke, but their broke is different to our broke. Their broke is having 100,000 in the bank. Our broke is literally not having any money. I know for a fact that they make a decent living, they just spend it all. And that's the issue. These people could easily afford a nice apartment if they just didn't buy unnecessary designer clothes. That whole designer clothes thing opens a whole other can of worms. Did you know there's influencers in the world who literally buy an outfit, a really expensive one, wear it once and then return it and get their money back? I'm not joking, that's a real thing.
I think my favorite type of video that I get served in my For You page are girls doing Shein hauls. The way they just tear that courier package right open and pour out about 50 Snapwhat bags of clothes.
Yes, can we talk about it?
I'm this is not good, but this is crack to them. And then they'll start doing a haul and they're like, okay, so this is the first top I got. It's actually really good quality, guys. Shout out to Shein. Oh my god, it's so cute. Let's do a little try on. Okay, so this is it on. It's kind of covering up a little more than I would have liked. I was hoping for a night out top, but it's definitely more family dinner vibes, but it's still quite cute.
I want to know where they put all the clothes that they don't wear. Whenever they do a haul, because these people are doing hauls every week, what do they do with the clothes? Do they wear it once and then throw it in the bin? Do they donate it? These people have massive closets, but their closets are not big enough to hold the amount of clothes they have. I literally see people doing hauls every single week, if not every month. And it's do they literally wear an outfit once or twice and then throw it out? See this t-shirt? I've had it for a few years and I wear it every month. That closet in there's got about 15 different outfits. It's literally all I wear. But then on the flip side, if they are buying clothes from Shein, they're obviously gonna literally disintegrate after being in the washing machine once.
I think this might be more public knowledge now, but in case you don't know, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Tell us.
Most of those Instagram models you see, they're actually just high-end And this isn't like a conspiracy theory.
No, it's
It's a
true.
real thing. I first heard about this all the way back in 2017 because there was a website called Tag the Sponsor. I don't know if that's still a thing, but when you see these Instagram models living these lavish lifestyles and you wonder how they can afford it, they can't. Someone's paying for it all
Exactly.
in exchange for, and not just doing, I mean, doing some of the craziest you can imagine. Like, it goes beyond just the absolute most degrading things you can think of. I can't even say it on here because this video will get taken down. But you can Google it if you're curious. This is especially common in Dubai. The biggest dead giveaway is when you see these girls traveling first class Emirates to Dubai. Dubai is where a lot of these things happen because they have a lot of money over there and there's a lot
billions.
of powerful men. I promise you, these Instagram girls are not making enough money on their own to be able to afford this kind of travel. There's also yachting. When you see girls who are constantly out on yachts or private jets, a lot of times it's because these millionaires or billionaires are actually paying them to be there and paying them for many, many other things besides just their presence. And apparently, even a lot of celebrities and influencers do this too. I guess you can question if this is morally wrong because they're consenting to it and it's their body. So who am I to tell them what they should or shouldn't do? But I think what's wrong is selling this lifestyle as if it's something they could achieve on their own. Escorting is incredibly common in many, many places. Way more common than you think. And they make a lot of money.
Oh, they
That's why
do.
you can't really trust what you see on social media. And you should never compare yourself to the girls you see online. You shouldn't be jealous of the people you see living your dream life because there's potentially a lot of nightmare stuff happening behind the scenes that you don't know about.
The whole Dubai thing is a pretty well-known situation. I won't lie, I do believe people exaggerate it a little bit, like I don't think people are actually getting pooed on. However, the whole yachting thing is a real thing, and I know it's true because I have a friend who done it. I had a friend who had like a couple 100,000 followers on TikTok, and they spent like a couple months in Dubai over COVID. Now, I know their income, and they're not able to afford the apartment they were staying in. I don't think they were actually getting with men, but basically a lot of men will pay agency to bring beautiful women around them just to basically hang out. They kind of like pay for pretty girls to be around them. It's quite sad, isn't it? So basically these girls get paid to look pretty and be around these rich, wealthy men, and then if they're also down to do other stuff, that could be bonus money for them. I heard Meghan Markle was a yacht girl before. I mean, I've heard it about everyone: Rihanna, Kendall Jenner, Ariana Grande. I'm not 100% sure if they actually done it, because like they could just be chilling in a yacht. Imagine you're chilling in a yacht with one of your friends and someone literally accuses you of being a prostitute. You'd be pretty mortified. However, there is people who do that, and if you do look at famous celebrities on yachts, are always surrounded by lovely, beautiful models, and it makes you wonder, how did they get on there? What are they doing to be on them yachts with them celebrities? Yes, before OF, I would see a lot of email for booking and profiles. Lol, I was like, booking for what? I could be booking for anything, modeling shoots, public appearances, private appearances. I guess it's just the whole shebang. But that also is quite interesting, because thinking about it now, there are Instagram girls who always had that in their bio, and they did live a pretty luxurious lifestyle without an actual income. Who knows, maybe if I ever become broke, I'll end up in a yacht. I immediately thought of the Dubai porta potty thing. Okay, so that right there is exaggerated in my opinion. I do know for a fact stuff goes down. I don't think famous Arab men are pooing in women. Pardon the pun, but I think that's load of Like, I don't think that actually happens. However, I definitely do believe there are girls out there who, go and chill out with these men, end up hooking up with them for money. Like, that obviously happens. When you come to the Auschwitz Museum, remember you're at the site where over 1 million people were killed. Respect their memory. There are better places to learn how to walk in a balance beam than this site, which symbolizes deportation of hundreds of thousands to their deaths. And as you can see, that woman is stood on the train tracks. You would think out of all of the places you could go to take a picture like that, the last place you would go is to a literal death camp. That's literally where people got dropped off to be murdered, and you're taking pictures. I don't understand why people use Auschwitz as a photo op, how they take cheerful selfies in front of a site that saw the murder of hundreds of thousands of innocent people. I just can't wrap my head around that one. The majority of people can't wrap their head around it because the majority of people are normal. Auschwitz isn't a nice place to visit. It was a literal death camp. Like, you're walking on the ground where hundreds of thousands of people were gassed to death, and you're gonna take pictures. And then yet again, like, I have seen pictures of people being all happy and smiley. And it's like, why are you happy to be in a place like that? HBO Chernobyl creator calls out influencers after these pictures. Wait a minute, that's a nuclear site, wasn't it? Let me Google it. Okay, so it says in April 1986, the city of Chernobyl in the Soviet Union suffers one of the worst nuclear disasters in the history of mankind. And apparently influencers thought that was a good place to go and take pictures at. On the back of the success of HBO Chernobyl, influencers have been flocking to Pripyat to pose for photos, giving little historical context about what actually occurred there, pulling plenty of the usual vapid clinch poses that we've come to expect from these people. And here is a woman looking very beautiful in a nuclear site. Does she not realize is what that place is. Like, I'm so sorry, she's gonna come away from there and grow like an extra toe. She's walking around in radiation, like, are you insane? And here she is in a house, like, literally posing. These people not realize they're gonna get infected. Like, radiation isn't good. You don't want to get infected by radiation. And unexpectedly, people were shocked in the comments. I hope they get the exposure they're after. It would be a great service to humanity if they stayed there indefinitely. I think it's great that all of those so-called Instagram influencers are flocking to Chernobyl. We just need to convince them to stay there. Judging by the way they look in the photos, they'd be happy to stay there. It just blows my mind how people can be so dumb. Like, look, there's a lot of dumb people in this world. Hi, I'm one of them. However, I'm not dumb enough to go to Auschwitz or Chernobyl to take pictures. That's next level dumb. In the back of my mind, I always wonder whenever people watch shows if they'll try to recreate it. Obviously, they watch that show on HBO. However, I wonder if the creators ever thought people would actually go there. It's kind of like whenever you watch like murder dramas. Is there going to be some dumb person in this world that tries to recreate it in real life?
These influencers that are telling you they're not making crazy amounts of money are lying to you. I don't care what they say. I have 26,000 followers and I average $300 a day passive.
Oh wow, look at you.
That means not trying. That means not working. That means my videos are accumulating so much from the past that even when I'm on vacation, I'm making $300 a day passively. So think about how much I make when I'm working, when I'm actually posting, plus all the passive income. And I only have 26,000 followers.
That's a lot of money for that amount of followers.
And you're going to tell me that you're going to sit in front of a camera with 10 plus million people and tell me that you're not making money and you can't afford this and you can't afford that and you can't afford to help people in need ever? No, that's not sitting right with me. So if you guys are wondering if these people are lying and it's not making any sense, it's because they are lying. They literally are lying.
Okay, so I kind of half agree with her, but then I also half disagree with her. A lot of influencers will avoid talking about how much money they make because it doesn't make them relatable to their audience. Number one thing influencers are always told is to relate to your audience, relate to your viewers. A lot of times if you're relatable, people will follow you because they feel connected to you. If they don't feel like they can relate to you, that is a big connection loss. So some influencers make tons of money but will never admit to it. It's why I don't really believe in the whole relatable influencer thing. You know, if someone's got like 10 million followers, they're not relatable to you. I don't understand why they tried to be. However, on the flip side, there are some people out there who really don't make a lot of money. I know people who've got millions of followers on TikTok and they don't make any money whatsoever. It's always got to do with the type of audience you have, your engagement, and if you can sell products. You can have millions of followers, but if you can't sell a product, people aren't going to pay you to promote their products. On the flip side, you could have 20,000 followers and be able to sell loads of stuff, so it means they'll pay you to sell stuff. It's basically how it works. The more things you can sell, the more money you will make. That is why we can't find people to do the job we do now. Lol, that is sad. Okay, look, I do agree with that. Out of 99.9% of people who try to be a social media influencer, 0.1% will find success in it. Think of all the people who tried to be YouTubers, millions of people. How many successful YouTubers is there? Like 1%. Comments like that aren't necessary because it's just not true. Do you honestly believe companies cannot find people to work for them because they're all influencers? No. There's many reasons for it. The biggest one being they probably don't pay enough. She's an honest queen. I mean, yeah, she is given one thing and that is honesty. At least she's being open about the fact that she makes $300 passively a day. For having 26,000 TikTok followers, that is really, really good. Like, I have like 300,000 followers on TikTok and I don't even make anything off TikTok. She has either hit the nail on the head or she's got a very, very loyal fan base.
One of the craziest influencer scams that I've learned about since growing a following are the giveaways.
Don't get me started
I
in
might just be
this.
stupid, and I will own it if I am, but I never realized that this is how they work. After I started growing a little bit of a following, I got an email one day and it was like, hi, at blank, and it was a huge influencer who I followed and loved and still do. And they were like, they're doing a giveaway. Would you like to partner with them for this giveaway? And I thought this was a scam. I was like, yeah. They were like, they're just gonna get this, and they have to follow you. I was like, oh heck yeah, incredible. Like, me, little old me, you
Too
want
good to be
little old me to
true.
be a part of this giveaway? So I was like, okay, give me the deeds. Like, what do I need to do? And they were like, absolutely. So price to join ranges from $700 and $1,200. $700 to $1,200. I was like, can I get some more details? Like, what is this going to look like? They have a separate page. It's not, the way you actually enter is going to the next page and you follow everyone that they're following. So I asked them, like, well, how many people is that? They're like, it can range depending on who we're working with. So I went to their previous one to see how many people. I had to follow 47 people. The value of the giveaway was like $8,000. Let's just say like maybe 30 to 40 people are involved in these giveaways, and they're each doing the lowest amount, which was $700. That is $32,900.
It's business.
If the giveaway cost $8,000, who's getting the rest of that money?
The people running the
money.
giveaway.
And I'm sure the influencer, since she's like hosting it on her page, gets a little bit. I just find that crap. I do not make a lot of money on social media. You want me to essentially pay a big time influencer for followers? Again, I could be stupid. Maybe everyone knows this is how it worked, but if you didn't, now you know.
Yeah, so a lot of A-listers do that, or like reality TV stars. I'm gonna try and word it in a very, very simple way. It's sort of like multi-level marketing in a way. Basically a way for people to get followers. Someone will say, right, okay, I'm gonna do a big giveaway. I'm gonna give away 10 grand worth of luxury items. If you want to partner with me in this giveaway, you have to pay me $1,000. I'm gonna make this Instagram page and it'll follow you. If someone wants to enter the giveaway to win these luxury prizes, what they have to do is go to this page and follow everyone that the page follows. And that's just like the way it is. I don't think I explained that very well. It's basically just a way for people to pay money to get loads of followers, and 9 times out of 10 people unfollow them after the giveaway anyways. I feel like the majority of the time there isn't a real winner. No one ever gets announced. That isn't true because that would be illegal. There is actual winners, like people do win it. However, it just is really sketchy. I always see the Kardashians doing it, like they're always surrounded by like Gucci or Louis Vuitton. And if she's having to pay $700 to get into one, imagine how much other people are paying to get into the Kardashian ones. Probably hundreds of thousands. That's probably why the Kardashians make millions. So to reply to that comment, the giveaways aren't a scam. They're just really, really sketchy. Scott Disick used to do these all the time. He charged $10k per person. Lol. Remember those giveaways with all the Louis merch? That's what I'm on about. They give away like $10,000 worth of Louis Vuitton. And to enter the giveaway, you have to click the profile he tagged and follow everyone that it's following. And the people you're following have paid hundreds of thousands to get people to follow them. I'm just always curious, like how long do the people follow you for? Like no offense, if I enter the giveaway like that, I'm gonna unfollow you right afterwards. All egotistical pedo-hidus influencer gets exposed. Now that right there was a tongue twister.
Let's just get this straight, alright? You set up your whole tripod in front of a guy that's just trying to work out. This guy just happened to be shorter than you, so you made a whole video about why Americans are so short. You know, that's pretty cringe, but I just have 2 questions to ask you. Question number 1, if you're this tough big guy, why are you wearing gloves in the gym? And question number 2, why are you talking to 15-year-old girls?
Ooh, that took a dark twist.
I slid into your DMs as a 15-year-old girl decoy, and you fell for it.
Ooh.
I have it listed everywhere on that account that I'm 15 years old, and you still sent me your snap. You know, being tall can solve a lot of problems, but it's not going to make you not look like a weirdo right now. I think filming in the gym is perfectly okay, but if you're making a video, making fun of someone for something that they can't fix, that's where it gets kind of cringe. Maybe stop filming these types of videos and start hitting a leg day.
Listen, dude, the only difference between you and Jeffrey Epstein is Jeffrey Epstein didn't skip leg day.
Forget about talking about people's height. How about you don't message 15-year-old girls when you're a fully grown man? Let's encourage him to do that. She's 50 years old and photoshops herself to look like she's in her late 20s. I mean, there's nothing wrong with looking your age. You're not expected to look like a 20-year-old forever. And as you can see, this is Jennifer Lopez. Look, people are absolutely horrible to her. I understand she might not be the best person in the world. She's obviously got lots of flaws. However, in the past few months, people have just been dunking on her 24/7. I mean, if we look at this picture, this is Instagram versus reality. She looks amazing for a 54-year-old. I'm sick and tired of people slagging her off like, yeah, she photoshops and she obviously doesn't look like that in real life. But her in real life pictures look bomb as well. And whenever it comes to women like her, I always do feel bad for her because like she basically is forced to Photoshop in a way. You know, if she Photoshops, people call her old and ugly. If she Photoshops, people call her out for it and tell her to be natural. Then whenever she's natural, it's still not good enough. So for her, she can't win either way. He forgot to Photoshop the iPhone box's shadow. Something tells me this is one of them Instagram giveaways. If you literally look at his hand, like that iPhone box is Photoshopped in. Kind of makes you think about them other giveaways now. Like, are the Louis Vuitton bags there? Is there only 1 or 2 there that they Photoshop the other ones in? If you're gonna enter a giveaway, you have to be careful. Like, if they're faking the photos, what else are they faking? I thought people had more sense to believe that this was real, but she popped up in my feed because friends of mine shared images like this as goals. If your goal is to look like that, you're gonna end up in hospital. End of. Look, she is obviously very muscular and has a very, very nice waist, but that's not real. Like, that physically is impossible. I honestly think it's possible to have arms like that, breasts like that, and an ass like that with a waist like that. But I'm gonna give you some hard truths. It's not possible. It's not real. Well, anyways, guys, that's really all I have to do there. That's some influencers who got exposed. It would seem like more influencers getting exposed. I mean, it definitely will. Press the subscribe button. See you all tomorrow for another video.